Okay. Before we get started here, I wanted to just set up my chat thingy so I'll be able to see what you guys are saying. Someone lie, I forget to do that sometimes. If we finish up episode 1 here and we get to like episode 2, then I can just change the title and put episode 1 and 2. Oh, whoops. There we go. Alrighty, let's continue off where we left off, because it's been a hot minute since I played this because I've been sick, but it's not like a regular cold. It was like one of those colds that only affect my voice, so I didn't play this game for like a hot minute. I did upload on Wednesday, but that was recorded prior to that because I was still gone on my trip, which lasted until like Wednesday night, so I had that recorded since like I want to say the 9th or so. But anyway, begin. I got my water. So let's start. Yeah, since the 9th. Phew. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. I can't help but feel the others are judging me silently for my less than average writing ability. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Was that a bit more difficult than you thought it would be, Morgan? Ugh, you guys make it look so easy, but there's a lot of things to consider when composing a poem. Don't worry about it, it'll get easier. Yeah, I had a hard time at first as well, but Monica helped me through so much. Well, sir, I think adding some change of focus has really helped your poetry shine. Change of focus? What do you mean, Monica? Well, McGarren, what I mean by focus is that a poem will change depending on how the subject is viewed. You see, in Eastern poetry, the poem is often delivered in a vacuum with the subject itself. But in Western poetry, the poem is often delivered by a composer, so the composer's thoughts and feelings are included in the poem itself. By injecting your own voice into the poem, you can change the tone and overall effect. Wow, that's actually kind of interesting, Monica. You mentioned Western poetry and yesterday, so you mentioned that you were pretty well versed in American literature. How did you get to be such an expert in that subject? Well, you see, and McGarren, like my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Huh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that McGarren appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one whose boobs magically grew in size and bigger as soon as Bulgarians started showing up. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Oh, jeez. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me as if they noticed I was standing there. Garen, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Mogarin. Wait! There's a reason we have so much deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Mogarin? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Natsuki? Excuse me, drying up any words out of my mouth, and said, I turned to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friends feel like this? Garen? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's not fair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. For a literature club, we sure seem to talk about boobs a lot. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She doesn't always show it, but I think Sayori knows a lot more about people than she lets on. I see. Take good care of her, okay? You can count on me. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave again. Leave, not again. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. But Karen, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Well, Garen, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams with me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. As we head home, decide to ask Sayori about the events of the club today. So, Sayori, do Yuri and Natsuki normally fight like that? Oh no. In fact, that's the first time I've seen them argue so much. They have pretty different tastes, so they don't always agree, but they've never gone at each other's throats that way. Wonder what could have riled them up so much. I have a pretty good idea, actually. Oh? You didn't hate them, do you? You don't hate them, do you? Okay. I swear they aren't like that all the time. I mean, you wouldn't know since you just joined and all, but still. Don't worry, Sayori. I like them both. I was just concerned is all. Oh, good. I mean, I noticed you're reading with both of them today, so I figured you'd like them. Well, by reading with them, I got to know them a little better. I can see why you're all friends. See? This is what I was talking about. getting out there and meeting new people and not being a shut-in. This is great. Yeah, well, I didn't expect to become a protagonist of a harem anime either. Oh boy. The situation I'm in seems to have completely passed over Sayori's head. Not that it's all bad. Well, here's my house. I'm gonna make sure my poem for tomorrow is even better than today's. Have a good evening, Morgan. You too, Sayori. Hang on. That's good. Okay. That night. What do you mean? Did you think I would be elated to hear that? Don't take this the wrong way. I mean, this is an amazing thing you've done for me. But this is also sudden. Especially for you to call me in the middle of the night to tell me this grand plan that exists for me, apparently without my input. Of course I could say no. Did you ever think about that? No, I'm sorry. I overreacted. Look, let me talk to some people at school tomorrow. And I'll look for you. I'll look for your letter. Hello? Hello? Oh, lost the connection. What was I going to call this one? Dreams of love and literature? I don't have a paper to crumple, so I can't mimic that sound. Looks like love isn't in the cards for Monica. I wish someone would save me. Is another choice too much to ask? Huh? That bewildered me for a second. Okay. I don't know. I don't know why I felt like really confused there for a second. But anyway. Another day, another afternoon with the Literature Club. Coming here has really started to become a high point of the day. While I was initially just excited to spend time with pretty girls, and I'd be lying if I said that wasn't still a factor, I've really come to enjoy my time with this group for some reasons. For just that. For the first time I feel like I belong to something. Like I'm finally part of a group. I guess Sayori was right. I never noticed it before, but getting out and being a part of something has been really nice. I've got to say, this room has started to feel more and more like a home away from home. Of course, I'd feel more like what? Of course, I'd feel more like home if it had a video game system set up. I open the door and step into the now familiar club room. Ladies, I have arrived. The party can start now. Greetings, Mulgaren. Yuri is already sucked into a book. I notice she has her copy of Portrait of Makarov ready for our reading session later. Little by little, I feel like I'm getting to see more of Yuri's personality unfold the more time I spend with her. Almost like unfolding the pages of a book, which is pretty apt considering her love of reading. I look around, but I don't see Natsuki. I guess she hasn't gotten here yet? Natsuki has really opened up to me ever since we discovered we both enjoy manga. I was kind of worried she hated me at first, but I'm starting to see another side of her as well. It's kind of nice to find a kindred spirit that understands that unusual part of me. I really look forward to reading with both of them. And of course, being in the club has given me a lot of extra time with... Wait a minute. It's quiet. Too quiet. I know what that means. I brace myself for the inevitable impact. Again! Sayori bounces out of thin air and wraps her arms around me in one of her constrictor-like hugs. Sayori, hey, I've missed you like a drowning man. Mrs. Hare. She releases me, taken aback just a little. Wow, Mulgaren, that was pretty poetic. Spending time with the Literature Club has really expanded your artistic abilities. Yeah, well, I rub my bruised ribs. Right what you know. So, anyway, Mulgaren, you want a snack? We could head over to the vending machine so we can get something. No, I'm good. Oh, really? We don't have any snacks for today, and I bet you're pretty hungry after a long day of school. Not really. Are you sure? Sayori. I know you've long enough to know when you are begging for food. What? I don't know what you're talking about. Elementary, my dear Sayori. I put my best British detective voice. Can't make a British voice for the life of me. I propose the theory that you have already spent all of your money for the day. Huh? So you decide to have me accompany you to the vending machine, where you would conveniently forgot your money. Bah! Thus you would ask me to help you out, and I, being the gentlemanly type that I am, would surely assist you by giving you money, and in the end, you'd get a free snack. Ah! What do you have to say to that, Sayori? Well, that all sounds good, Mr. Detective, but do you have any proof? I really need one of those curved smoking pipes right about now. Okay. Well, there's an easy way to find out. Show us the contents of your coin purse. Gah! Looks like I got her. Oh, fine. You win. I take a bow. Game, set, match. How do you know anyway? Like I said, I know you, Sayori. Besides, you're always hungry. True. Yuri comments quietly from behind your book. Care to join the conversation, Yuri? Oh? I was just, reading something in my book. I wasn't eavesdropping, I promise. Yuri! Garen is being a meanie. Tell him that if he was a true gentleman, he'd lend me some money. Oh, I really shouldn't get involved in this disagreement. Besides, if you spent all your money, then you shouldn't ask for more. You should learn to be responsible with the amount you have. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Wow. Yuri got real take charge all of a sudden. Wow, Yuri, I don't think I've ever heard you speak your mind like that before. It's a really neat side of you. Oh? Really? I didn't mean to speak out of turn or anything. I'm so sorry, my book and all. And just like that, Yuri is back to normal. You're right though, Yuri. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Revelation. Retribution. Okay, if I remember it correctly, I think she messed it up twice, and first Yuri corrected her, then I corrected her, if I'm remembering that correctly. And instead it was more of like a circle of just correcting each other. I like that. And really, Sayori, you shouldn't be too hard on yourself. I think we can all get a little mischievous now and then, can't we? Yuri glances my way for just a moment, smiling. Could she be? Well, don't give Sayori too much benefit of the doubt. She's pretty mischievous on a regular basis. She was pretty sneaky in the way she got me here. She had it all planned. She even had cupcakes ready for my arrival. Well, if you must know, I knew I could get you to come just by asking, but I really wanted some cupcakes, so I convinced Natsuki that she needed to make them in order to get you here. Oh, Sayori, how scandalous. See? She knows more than she lets on. What? Out of nowhere, a cookie flies in like a missile and tags Sayori right between the eyes. Ow. Hey. Look, the cookie appeared from nowhere. It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, restitution sort of works in that case. Oh, great cookie gods. Oh, great cookie gods. I thank you for this miracle cookie you have bestowed upon me. I got your cookie gods right here. I was just gonna give that to you. But then I heard the bit about how you tricked me into making cupcakes. So I figured you had that one coming. What? Natsuki? You heard that bit about the cupcakes? Yep. Every word. Not that I mind too much, I enjoy baking. Sayori unwraps her miracle cookie and takes a big bite. Natsuki's is already unwrapped. Suddenly Sayori notices. Oh, Yours is chocolate. I want a bite. Of course mine is chocolate. Why do you think I kept it? I already got you one. Eat that one. Oh, Natsuki. You're such a wonderful friend. Sayuri steps behind Natsuki to deliver one of her vice group's bear hugs. My sides hurt in sympathy. Hey, let go. Natsuki struggles in vain to keep free. As she does, Sayuri leans over and takes a big bite out of Natsuki's chocolate cookie. Hey! Sayuri quickly retreats to the corner to enjoy her ill-forgotten greens. Monica, you need to rein in your vice president. Monica? We all look around. In the commotion, none of us had noticed that Monica was absent. Strange. She's never been late to the literature club before. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Haven't you ever heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you guys talking about? Ah, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, let's just say I've been thinking about the future. The future? What kind of lame excuse is that, Monica? If you wanted to spend time with your boyfriend, you could have just told us. Boyfriend? Maybe it's my imagination, but I could have sworn Monica glanced in my direction for just a moment. Believe me, Natsuki, it's nothing like... Oh, I know what's going on. You do, Sayori? Of course. Monica and her boyfriend are secretly engaged. What? No, Sayori. When she says she's planned for the future, that's because she's planning a wedding with her with her secret lover. Oh, Monica, I'm so happy for you. This conversation is just so innocent. It's nice. The innocence of it is just... It's heartwarming. How romantic. Monica, you simply must invite us all. Guys, there isn't going to be a wedding. Also, you must be planning to elope then? What a pity. Maybe we could have a wedding reception in her honor. Sounds fun. I've always wanted to try my hand at a wedding cake. Seriously guys, there's no boyfriend, no wedding cake. My situation isn't nearly as exciting as you all make it out to be. There's just some things going on that I needed to take some time to deal with. You know, school stuff. Disappointment spread across the other girl's face. So, no wedding cake then? Nope, like I said, pretty boring. Oh, excuse me. That answer seems to satisfy everyone, save for Sayori, who quickly scoots over to Monica and whispers in her ear. Don't worry, Monica, your secret is safe with me, but he better be cute. Right, thanks, Sayori. I had to burp, I didn't want to burp right into the mic. Oh god. My voice is very, like, raspy right now, and it's making my voice crack at the same time, which is annoying. So anyway, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I guess that's my cue to start reading. Another chapter of Portrait of Makarov, another volume of Powerful Girls. I may be getting better at reading so much that it still drains me a bit. Wait, what? I think I read that wrong. I may be getting better at reading so much, but okay, no, I didn't. I head to the nearest chair to sit down when Sayori intercepts me. Magarn, would you be interested in a mission? A mission? Sure, what's up, Sayori? I need to get some supplies from another classroom. Monica and I were discussing advertising for the festival, and I need supplies to make some posters and stuff. Alright, I'll go with you. Yay! Monica, we need to get supplies. We'll be back. We exit the classroom and start looking for another open one. Sayori skips down the hall, humming to herself as she checks each classroom door. I can't help but laugh a little to myself. She's like a kid sometimes, taking pleasure in the simplest things. I can't lie, being around her so much lately has made me a bit happier. So Sayori, what are your plans for the festival anyway? I'm not exactly sure what a literature club can do that would be exciting. Well, we thought that as well, so we decided to have a poetry reading. A poetry reading? That sounds dull. Dull, actually. Oh, look, Karen. This isn't about reading poetry, it's about reciting poetry. There's a big difference. Oh, really? How so? Well, take this as an example. Sayori stops mid-skip and clears her throat. Between my feet, the last remaining flow beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But what ends have I summoned this joy? But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Wow. Did that really come from Sayori? You really sound different when you recite poetry. Then I guess I'm doing it right. Oh, this door is open. Are you ready for a mission, Agent Mogan? Why, but of course, Agent Sayori. They both giggle a little as they head into the entry classroom. I know it's a bit silly, but I can't help myself around Sayori. Being around her brings back so many pleasant memories. I guess as I get older, I shut myself in more and more. But being with her again has brought back so many feelings that I had forgotten about. I wonder. Let's see, the art supplies will probably be in the closet. Luckily for the mission, the closet doors are unlocked. We rummage around inside it, looking for whatever we can find. Oh, here we are. Sayori produces one of those. Okay, yeah, I did write that. Read that correctly. I don't know. The wording in here sometimes confuses me because it's not the way I would say it. It's more, I don't know. It feels odd to me for some reason. It's just not the way that I talk, so it sounds wrong to my head sometimes. Sayori produces one of those really big boxes of crayons, the kind with the little crayon sharpener built in. Yes, they're even the good kind. She begins to pull various crayons out to examine them, carefully checking them and putting them back in the box. Sayori, isn't there still other stuff oh god. I'm tripping over my words now. Sayori, isn't there still other stuff we need to get? Just a moment, I want to make sure my favorite colors are here. She spent a moment taking crayons. I keep thinking I say something wrong there, and it's fine. I'm just gonna ignore that then. She spends a moment taking crayon stalks until she seems sure she has what she needs. There, that should do it. Oh, I dropped one. Sayori bends over to pick up the rouge crayon when... Gah! Sayori manages to hit her head on the shelf. The force of the blow is enough to send her reeling back, dropping to her knees. Ow, 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 ow. Sayori! I rush to her side and attempt to investigate her wound. Oh, it hurts. Let me see, move your hand. I gently brush her bangs aside. A large red welt is beginning to form where she hit her head. Yeah, that's gonna leave a bruise. I wonder if there's an ice pack or something around here. Oh, I have an idea. Wait here. Sayori whimpers and nods a little. I head out to the hallway and find the nearest vending machine. The drinks are pretty cold coming out. We could probably use one as an impromptu ice pack. Let's see, apple juice is Sayori's favorite. Not that it really matters. I found the apple juice and insert a few coins. When the juice bottle comes out, I take it and head back to the classroom. Here, Sayori. You can use this. Oh, apple juice. My favorite. She opens the cap and takes a drink. Sayuri? That's for your head, not your stomach. Alright. She replaces the cap and holds the drink up to her head. How did you manage to hit your head that hard? Just lucky, I guess. This kind of reminds me of when we were kids. Oh? How so? Well, you were always so fearless. You wanted to climb on everything and try to get to the highest spot. I tried so hard to keep up with you, but sometimes I just couldn't do it, and I'd wind up falling and getting hurt, and then I'd start crying. But you'd always come back to me and help me up. You would try so hard to get me to stop crying, even though it wasn't your fault. You were always looking out for me. I can't help but smile. Well, of course. I couldn't leave my best friend behind, could I? You're always thinking of other people. You know that, right? Oh, not really. It's just you, really. You just have that effect on me. Sayuri shakes her head. No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. I've seen how you are with Yuri and Natsuki. You spend so much time with both of them, reading what they like with them, even though I know you aren't much of a reader. You're such good friends to them, even though you haven't known them for that long. You really are a sweetheart, Mulgaren. Oh, stop. Why does hearing that from Sayuri make me feel so weird? Well, everything I learned from you, Sayuri. Sayuri smiles at the comment. Comment? I'm glad we're still friends after all these years, Mulgaren. I'm glad nothing changed between us. That statement makes me feel warm inside. Me too, Sayuri. Me too. Do you think we'll be like this forever? Well, that's kind of an odd question. I don't know the answer to that, Sayuri. Our lives are about to change so much. What with high school ending soon and college upcoming and all. Sayuri looks at me with a sort of sad expression on her face. Oh, I just don't know what I'd do without you, Mulgaren. I think I'd be lost without you, you know? Sayuri's being really... Candid? Sayuri's being really candid. I don't know how to pronounce that. I think... Because I don't even know what the hell that means. I can't remember when she opened up like this before. Really. Judging by the sentence, I think it might have to do with something like... I don't know. It's confusing me, so let's continue. Well, I sure hope we're always like this, Sayuri. I don't think I can make any more promises, but if I can, I'll definitely be there for you. I mean, you aren't likely to change, right? You definitely need me to take care of you. Sayuri smiles. Yeah, me too, Mulgaren. I'm so happy. She seems to like that answer. Excuse me. We should head back. Monica will start to wonder where we are after being gone for so long. I wouldn't want her to worry. Well, she might be... Oh, God. Ugh. Well, she might be worried after she sees your forehead. Here, let me help you up. I help Sayuri to her feet slowly and check the spot where she banged her head. I think the drink helped it from swelling too much. It's still red though. I'll try to hide it behind my bangs. With that, we head back to the classroom. Sayuri fiddles with her bangs to try to hide the wound without much success. Ah, there you two are. I was beginning to worry. We were just about to start sharing poems and... Oh, Sayuri, your head. Yep, she noticed. Sayuri got into a fight with the shelf. The shelf won. Well, I can see that. But Mulgaren got me a cold drink, so everything turned out fine. Well, I do what I can do. Like, that... that joke is like... I don't know. It basically got the... It started off like a slow engine, or like a slow flyer, and it built up and just made me laugh. That's just a good joke though, I do like it. Well, I do what I can. Well, I'm glad that he was with you. Did you manage to get the art supplies? Oh my gosh! In all the confusion, I forgot to grab them. Don't worry, I I grabbed the crayons before we left. I even found some poster boards. Oh, Mulgaren, what would I ever do without you? Before I can say anything, Sayuri bear hugs me, crushing my poor ribs for the second time today. Ah, Sayuri. Blacking out now. She releases me and I quickly get reacquainted with oxygen. Good job, Mulgaren. Sayuri and I can get started on the posters tonight then. Alright. Okay, everyone. Why don't we get our poems so we can begin reading them? That's my cue to go get my poem. Hopefully it's better than yesterday's. Wow, Mulgaren, your poems are like some kind of a mystery bag. Mystery grab bag. I never know what I'm... Oh, God. I'm terrible at reading. I never know what I'm going to get. So, it isn't very good then? No, I didn't say that. So, what are you saying then? Well, I have to admit, I get a bit of enjoyment out of watching Sayuri struggle to avoid saying what she is thinking. Well, it just appears to me that you haven't found out what you enjoy writing about. Oh, I see. What kind of things do you enjoy writing about? Well, I like writing about happy things. Big surprise there. But sometimes I like to write about sad things too. Really? I never would have expected that from you, Sayuri. Well, I always try to stay happy, but sometimes I get a little rain clouds. But that's okay, because if I write about them, sometimes those rain clouds turn into rainbows. That's a strange analogy. In all my years of known Sayuri, I never would have expected her to say something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try writing a happy poem, so I know you'll like it. Oh? You write a poem just for me? That's so sweet. Well, yeah, I guess I can do my part to keep the rain clouds away. Anyway, Mulgaren, why don't you take a look at my poem? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine running together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper, my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it Is that a U or an A? Okay, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I can hear is echo, 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 inside my head. Wow, Sayuri, this is your poem? I would have never guessed that this would have come from you. I told you I'd write the best poem ever. It's really deep. Yeah, Monica's been teaching me. I found this helps me get in touch with my feelings. Really? Oh Christ, that's like anytime I try to make an expressive voice, my an expression, my voice just cracks. It's really weird actually. Let's lubricate my throat with some water. And let's continue. I didn't even know that was a problem for you, Sayuri. You're always so cheerful. Well, sometimes it can be hard, but I've found that writing about my feelings helps me express them better. That's part of the reason I enjoy coming to the literature club so much. Besides all my friends, of course. Wow. Well, I think I may have learned something new about you, Sayuri. It's like Yuri said, sharing poetry is an intimate experience. I've really enjoyed being intimate with you, Morgan. Sayuri? Don't say that so loud. Oh man, I think I may be blushing. Wow, Sayuri. This one's a bit more complex than yesterday's. Yep, I wanted to branch out some. Yeah. So, do you really feel that way, Sayuri? Oh, what do you mean, Natsuki? This is a poem about making other people happy, at the expense of your own happiness. You don't feel that way, do you? I mean, you're so peppy. I don't figure you'd ever run out of happiness. Oh, well, making other people happy is the most important thing to me. I guess that's why I was born to be a sunshine in everyone else's lives. Well, that's great to know, but what about the sunshine in your life? Well, if other people are happy, then that makes me happy. So in a sense, I'm bringing myself sunshine by bringing everyone else sunshine. Huh. Well, I guess that's alright, but just make sure to focus on yourself some. Hey, maybe you could talk to Mr. Sunshine from your poem yesterday. Oh, Natsuki, stop it. Alright, take a look at my poem. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Ew, spiders? I guess Sarah isn't like Amy. Huh? Ew, no. I hate spiders. I picked up on that. But would you hate someone like Amy? Well, no, I suppose not. Just because she likes something weird and gross doesn't mean she's a bad person. Exactly. Sorry about that, sir. I just get really passionate about this. Everybody is so quick to judge based on hobbies. People think you're weird just because you like something unusual. Well, that isn't fair. See, Amy here is a really awesome person. She's nice, she's got a lot of really neat talents. She'd be anyone's friend. So it isn't fair for people to judge her just because she likes manga. Spiders. Right, spiders. I think you and Amy sound alike, Natsuki. Yeah, well, I can't share my hobby with a lot of people. It's frustrating sometimes. But I found out yesterday that Megaren likes manga too. Oh yeah, I noticed you two reading some earlier. Yeah, I think the character popping up is a little wrong. Well, whatever. I don't think he's that into my series, yet he's starting to get to the good parts. I'll make a perfect fan out of him yet. Well, I'm glad you two are getting along. Yeah, it's great. I didn't know what to think of him at first, but I've really got a thank you for bringing him over. Yeah, you're welcome. And shards all over the floor. Oh. I must say, Sarah, you are quite full of surprises. Really? I always thought of myself as pretty upfront. Well, if this poem is indeed about you, I believe I may have just caught a peek into your soul, Sayuri. Huh? Really? What does my soul even look like? Oh, Sayuri, I just meant that I've gotten a look into a deeper side of you. I've known We've known each other for some time now, but our interactions have been mostly superficial thus far. But that through your poetry, you've shown me something of yourself that you might not have shown anyone else before. I'm quite honored, really. Oh, well, I guess it is kind of a look into my mind, isn't it? Indeed. I admit I was hesitant of this exercise at first. As I said, sharing poetry can be a highly intimate experience, but I feel I may be a bit closer to all of you since we started doing this. Wow, sir, I've always wanted to be better friends with you. And now that we shared poetry, we're better friends than we were before. Oh, really? Well, I didn't know you felt that way, sir. Well, of course. You're a really awesome person, Yuri. You're smart and well-spoken and pretty. Why wouldn't I want to be friends with you? Oh, sorry, you flattered me. And besides, you can't really say we're closer friends because of our shared poetry just yet, since I haven't shared mine. Here, sir, it's only fair for you to have a look at my soul as well. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an I can't read that. I just can't for some reason. I give the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed with will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon incinerates its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. And perhaps I am merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so much my bread is always hearty? Handy, okay. It's very difficult for me to read handwriting for some reason. I've always had trouble reading it. This is why I'm terrible with ELA. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. I rush of blood. Classic Parliament. I can't read that. Ow. I don't know. Classic conditioning. I slice the bread. And I feed myself again. I apologize for that. There's some words in there I just can't read. It's too, it's written in handwriting, and I always had trouble reading that. Certain words were, completely different for me. I hope that it explains what, I hope it explains what it's just saying in here. It has a raccoon. I love raccoons. That's what you got from my poem? I've loved their bushy tails and their black fur. And their black fur makes it look like they're wearing masks. They're so cute. Right. You do know that this isn't about the actual raccoon, Sayuri. Oh, I know. The raccoon represents something, like the bottles in my poem stands for something else. I just can't quite figure out what the raccoon is supposed to be. Well, the raccoon represents something the others would consider unusual. This is supported by the use of the word unordinary. That might have been one of the words, because I don't think I read that. The speaker in the poem has begun to entertain this unusual thing, be it a hobby or an action. Also, what is your raccoon, Yuri? Oh? What is it about you that you think is unusual? Oh, sire, I don't know if I'm quite comfortable to share that yet. Why? I promise I won't judge you for it. Sire, Alright, I'll tell you, but not today. I need to work up to sharing that part of me. Okay, Yuri, you can tell me more about it when you're ready. Thank you, Sayuri. Well, Sayuri, I think this might just be your best poem yet. Really? Oh, wow. That means so much to me, Monica. Oh, excuse me. Well, I wouldn't say it if it weren't true. You've really improved since we started working on poetry together. I've really enjoyed watching your progress. I don't think I mentioned it, but I really like how everyone's getting like feedback from that different character, because I was always curious about what other girls said about their own poems, like Monica to Yuri, for example. Like, I want to see that too, but seeing Sayuri's poems reactions with other characters is also pretty good too. Like, it gets me more intrigued in the story with that too. Thanks. So can you tell me more about this poem? Well, for one, it isn't really about bottles. I picked up on that. I guess it's about making other people happy. Other people's happiness is important to me, so I guess that kind of came out in my poem. Well, that's the part that interests me. Like Yuri said the other day, writing poetry is highly personal. You tend to reveal bits of yourself in your writing, and some of the language in this poem, pop off my scalp, scraping, shards all over the floor, and a bit violent, wouldn't you say? Combine this with how you use amends and lock the door. I feel like I'm seeing a part of you that I haven't seen before, Sayuri. And frankly, I'm a little worried. Well, Monica, you don't need to worry about that at all. I'm just inserting myself into the poem, imagining what it might be like. Like you were telling Bulgarian the other day. Well, if you say so. But you'll still tell me if there's anything bothering you, won't you, Sayuri? Well, of course. Alright. Anyway, here's my poem. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless noise. Oh, I don't get it. That's alright, Sari. This one was kind of experimental. Remember when I said poetry can reveal a bit about the speaker? Well, this one was kind of stream of consciousness. Oh, what do you mean by that, Monica? Well, if you must know, I was in a bit of a bad spot last night. What? It's nothing serious, is it? No, not life-threatening or anything, just... Well, anyway. Hang on. Alright, I was pretty frustrated, and so I wrote out my frustrations into a poem. Yeah, the way you talk in this poem, it's kind of loud. That was my intention. By using such loud language, I was attempting to share my frustrations with the reader. Also, the chaotic way the words are placed convey a sense of unease, like a lack of balance. Sort of like how things are going for me right now. Well, I'm sorry things are so bad right now, Monica. I wouldn't say they're bad per se, just in flux. Hey, do you know what we need? A girls' weekend. Girls' weekend? Yeah. We have the festival on Monday, right? Why don't we all get together at your house this weekend to prepare for it? That way we can all help each other out with our projects. And it'll be a great way to hang out and get to know each other better. Sorry. That sounds like a fat. Oh, God. I'm sorry. That sounds like a fantastic idea. I would love to have you all over this weekend. I think it would do me some good, at least. Yay! Oh, but if it's a girls' weekend, what about Morgan? Oh, well, he can be an honorary girl. Okay, everyone. Now that we are done with our poems, I need everyone to come up to the front of our room to discuss something. Oh, great. I know what's coming. This is about the festival, isn't it? Well, yes, it is. Ugh, okay. Well, I'll tell you right now, I don't think we have time to put anything together. If we do, it'll be a slapdash and poorly done. I don't think I read that right. If we do, it'll be a slapdash and poorly done. Okay. Nobody will want to join if we put something crappy together, so we probably shouldn't do anything. Natsuki's right. Our rush display would deflect poorly on the club. Perhaps we should withhold our efforts for now and plan for a later event. Oh, don't worry guys, we have a plan. And the best part is we won't require a huge amount of setup. We'll just need a few decorations, some snacks, and ourselves. We're going to have a public poetry reading. Public? As in reading in front of people? Of course. We've been having so much fun writing our own poems in the club, I thought it would be fun to show them off to everyone. When everyone sees us getting into poetry, it'll help ease some of the stigma associated with something called a literature club. And the best part is, we'll invite other people to come up and recite their own poems. Sawyer's been making the posters with the information so that people can prepare their poems ahead of time. Sawyer proudly holds up one of the posters. Sure enough, it announces a poetry reading and invites everyone to come with their own poetry prepared. There's even a picture of all 4 of the girls on the poster. Did you already put these up? Well, yeah. Just a few on the front hall, and the rest will go up tonight. Oh my. Monica, I'm not reading poetry in front of strangers. Oh? I thought that with all the reading we've been doing here that you'd be more comfortable with the idea. Well, I'm not. I mean, I've gotten to the point that I can share it with you guys, but absolute strangers? No way. I'm not showing them this side of myself. Okay, Natsuki has her place. What about you, Yuri? Breathe. I think Yuri's position is quite clear. Okay then, what about you, Mugen? The look in Monica's eyes scream, help me. I do my best. Well, I don't know if my poetry skills would actually help bring in new members, but I'd be willing to try. Monica looks me straight in the eye. He says her mouth curve upwards, ever so slightly, as if it could smile that says thank you. Well, if the new guy says he'll do it, I guess I could help out with the snacks. But I'm still not interested in reading poetry in front of people. I suppose I could prepare some of the decorations you mentioned, but I think it would be obscene to share such an intimate part of myself with absolute strangers. Guys, I really think we should all be on board with this. No, sorry, I'm the club president. I was so focused on the activity that I didn't stop to fully take all of your positions into account. I should have remembered how hesitant you were to share poems in this group. As your president, I should have taken your feelings into account, and for that, I am truly sorry. But please give me the opportunity to give my case for this. I love literature in all its forms, and I know you do as well, or else you wouldn't be here. I think my greatest desire is to share that love with others. Love is something that multiplies as you share it. So I want to find a way to share our love of literature with as many people as possible. So many people hear the words literature club and assume this is some stuffy, overwrought club. But I've worked hard to make this place as inviting as possible. Wouldn't you all agree? While their expressions haven't changed, both Yuri and Natsuki nod in agreement. I notice that this club seems to be a safe place for both of them. They're both free to themselves within the confines of this classroom. Monika's right. I was a big fan of books and poems, and I was about to say a different word for poems anyway, and everything when I volunteered to join. I think we could all agree that I'm probably the least well-read of all of you, at least until a few days ago. But through this club I found a new appreciation for the written word. I feel like my horizons have been expanded, and through writing poetry I've even come to understand myself a bit better. Gosh, she almost sounds like Yuri. Both Natsuki and Yuri seem to contemplate those words. Well, you both put up a pretty good argument. I suppose I can get up there and recite a poem or two. Well, I suppose I could if I worked up to it. I'd like to recite some poetry here with all of you, if you don't mind. That sounds like a great idea, Yuri. Let's all take a moment to recite our poems right here. After all, if we can do it in front of each other, we can do it in front of a group of strangers, right? So we each recite poems in front of the class one by one. Monika went first. Her poem delivery was powerful and inspiring, as you'd expect from the president of a literature club. When she spoke, I felt like everyone in the room wanted to follow her example. It was like the tension in the room subsided a little, and we were all a bit braver for it. Yuri went next. While she is usually timid and introverted, her poem delivery was powerful and confident. She almost sounded like a different person. I went ahead and went next. I didn't have another poem of my own to recite, so I borrowed one of Monika's. I did alright, I suppose. Nobody ran screaming away, anyone. I suppose my performance would be most like a stranger who isn't used to doing this, so it was a good practice for them to hear. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Natsuki was the most reluctant, but she didn't want to go last. Her delivery had a certain quality to it that was hard to deny. After some thought, she said she might be more comfortable performing for strangers than her friends since she could show any face she wanted. She complimented, I wonder if I'll ever see what Natsuki is really like behind all of the barriers she has put up. But the most surprising to me was Sayuri. I expected her poem to be aimless and sing-song, but instead it was serene and bittersweet. If I had read it on a piece of paper, I'd never had guessed that Sayuri composed it. It reminded me of the poem she recites in the hallway when we were looking for art supplies. As she reads it, I wonder if perhaps I was seeing a part of Sayuri's soul that I had never seen before. Was there more to Sayuri than I had given her credit for? Eventually, the poem reading was over. Alright guys, I really want to thank you all for doing this. I know this is a bit out of your comfort zones, but I really think this will help out our little club expand. That didn't feel right what I read there. Oh. And now you all have the idea of what it's like, so you can prepare accordingly. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? Sorry, I'll be making pamphlets. So let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poems to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm all pleasantly surprised that you're all putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay. The hell was that in the corner? I know I've seen something before, but that just showed up again. I thought it was just in my head that I seen that, but I seen that again. Alright. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write a poem for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we can get together over the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayuri and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, and impressing everyone, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayuri? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. Keep it up and people might talk. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice though, having someone by your side. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? That's okay, Mulgarian, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Walk home with Solarian once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sarah was being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sari. Sorry, I was spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sari fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day, Yuri Natsuki and Monica asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Sorry. You really think I'd ditch you for one of the others? Huh? But I already see them in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Morgan. You think about me too much sometimes. Sorry. I hate my voice cracking so much. I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sari to care so much about, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Well, another day down, time for some anime. I like to unwind after school with an anime episode or two before I start my homework. Literature Club is great, but sometimes a guy just wants a little time to himself. And I'm really excited about today. My new box set should have arrived. I've been watching a series about a young sorcerer and her dim swordsman companion at travel land battling demons and mercenaries. Did it say mercenaries? Yeah, it did. It's a bit older, but it has age though. And the fourth season is supposed to be mailed today. I hurried up to my door expecting to see that beautiful package on my doorstep. Oh crud. No package. Instead there's a small blue note stuck to the door. Package recipient? Unavailable. Package returned to post office. Ugh, so much for downtime. Now I need to head over to the post office to get my new box set. I wonder if sorceress and swordsmen ever have to deal with crap like this. Excuse me. Oh, I think that's new. I think I've been reading for like a straight hour. Let's continue. I want to finish up this episode before I started with episode 2, and I think episode 3 released a while ago or so. So I want to get this done. And I'm also intrigued again, because this is going, I don't want to say differently, but I don't know. Anyway, all goes well at the post office. I show them a note, they bring me my box. Simple as that. I'm ready to head home, ready for some spell slinging action when I turn the corner and run into Monica? There she is with an open envelope with a letter in her hand. I didn't expect to see her, so I accidentally said her name without thinking. It may have been my imagination, but for the moment before I said her name, her face was downcast. She seemed almost sad, but the sound of her name caused her to look up. As soon as she saw me, her face brightened up and a smile spread across her face. Why, Mogaran? What are you up to here? I tried to play cool, self-consciously hiding my anime box set with my arm. Oh, there was a problem with the delivery, so I had to come pick up a package. What brings you here? Oh, just picking up a letter. A letter, like, of a handwritten type? That's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? Where are you getting letters from in this day and age? Some kind of pen pal? Well, something like that. I can't help but feel that she is dodging the question. Besides, I'm the president of the Literature Club. President of the Literature Club. Doesn't it make much more sense for me to be writing an actual letter? I guess, but if I wanted to write something, I'd just send an email. It's so much easier. I suppose, but there's more to it than that. Did you know that humans love nothing more than the sound of their own name? That's an easy thing to share in person, but if someone is far away, it's a bit more difficult. Sure, you can call them or talk to them on the computer, but there's still that distant element. They aren't there, so the sound you get is just sort of an echo. So writing a letter is really the next best thing to hearing someone you love say your name. They took the time to sit down and write it just for you. The tip of their pen has drawn out the letters of your name. It doesn't really matter what is in the letter. It could be a happy message or a sad one, but it was handwritten just for you by someone who thought of you. I guess I never thought of it that way. That's a pretty deep analysis, Monica. Tell me, were you thinking about writing when you formed the literature club? Well, not that specifically, but I suppose it was in the back of my mind. I love literature, and I'm also a little afraid that with cell phones and emails, we might be in danger of losing the art of the written word. So I guess I just wanted to do my best part to help preserve it. I guess I can't argue with that. Well, Monica, you've convinced me to head home to write tonight's poem right away. Glad to hear it, Morgan. I can't wait to read it tomorrow. See you then. And with that, she turns around and heads for the door. Monica really has the ability to inspire people. You can't help but want to jump right into whatever she asks you to do. I guess that's why she's the president. Oh, by the way, Morgan, the Chimera Swordsman was always my favorite in that particular series. God, how did she know? My throat is bothering me again. I would love to continue this, but my throat is starting to bother me. I think I can only talk for like an hour straight before my throat starts to like bother me. So I think I'm gonna end it up here. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.